Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Miami's offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw, it's in goal. Lets it fly. Makes the grab down the left side.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
With the catch, it's Cooper. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Under fire. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. He makes a grab. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So NC State's offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little... for the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Back to pass, it's in goal. Takes the easy one to the back. He gets it to the 38-yard line and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Breaks into the open. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And the Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Oh, ball, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's in goal. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Weaver. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And, guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
On the move from inside his 5. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. They're working that left side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half.
There he goes. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Canes.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Man. Defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. Coming up, fourth down.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll send the back in motion. The run to the left. This junior making his presence felt. Making the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability. Where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's got him in the flat. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll run the screen. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space.
The offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field.
Number 12, on to punt it away.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll give it to the back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Cooper. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The Canes with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Swings it out to the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Montgomery. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Gets it past the marker. At the 40, there he goes. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. Everything's bouncing and jiggling and rolling, and it's going forward, and he's loose. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. And the Hurricanes are threatening on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
Roll it.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
6-9-1, get as far. Moves.
Give to the single back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Crosses to 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to